Well, good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, you know what that means, and welcome along to the next instalment of our Train Sim World 2 playthrough scenarios that we do with myself and my brother Sheldon. His name's Simon, I know. You thank Paul Perry for that one. And we're going to do today the newest route on the Train Sim World 2 archive, and that is Southern Highspeed. The route from London St Pancras International down to Faversham. A route that you don't really get a lot for your money. It's mostly in the timetable where you get your money. We have 5 brand spanking scenarios. You can see it's 5 easy scenarios as well. And the one that I think we're going to do, I had a look at them all. You got a high speed run, you got joining in with the 375s, you got a shopping shuttle service, something to do with tunnels, and then you got a last stop on with the 375s. But I think the one we're going to do for you today is we're going to do the shopping shuttle run. You go from London St Pancras International to Ebbsfleet International and back to London St Pancras International. I mean, quite simply, what could go wrong? Nothing is likely to go wrong calling at 3 stations along this route. Ah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We're back! Well, I'm back. I don't think the other guy's back yet.
Nope, not woken up yet.
He's not woken up yet. Did you enjoy your 2 weeks off? Well, I did Resident Evil.
Probably not really.
No, I didn't think you did. We've got 395s!
Javelins, so you know what this means?
What does this mean?
We got the Southeastern Highspeed route.
It does.
Train Sim World.
Well, they know that already because they saw it at the title. They clicked on the title and saw Southeastern Highspeed. Ooh, Javelins. What do you think of the cabinet Javelin? This is actually your first time actually seeing all this, isn't it?
This Train Sim World route, yes.
Yes.
Actually, I have been in a cabinet Javelin.
You've been in the cabinet Javelin, so you got an idea
That
of...
Railfest in 2012.
Yeah, by the way, just so you know, with the startup of this train, you got to push a lot of buttons.
It's the Japanese, they've made this complicated.
Exactly. We go from... Remember the first one we did? Was the first route we did the Isle of Wight?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it wasn't. It was the Underground.
Underground.
All you have to do is shove a key in, push the thing in, and go. Here, it's push this button, push this button,
Push this button.
push this button, move this
button,
lever.
Another button. Another button.
Another-
Another button. Another button. Another button.
Button, son!
I'm calm now.
You're calm now. Have you got it all out of your system
Yes.
now? Good. So, yeah, we are on the newest DLC to Train Sim World 2, Southeastern Highspeed, it's called. Unfortunately, not the full Southeastern Highspeed. They've sent it to
Is it Faversham?
Faversham, which is an extension, so we don't get Ashford International, unfortunately. We also don't go down to Dover Priory, or where's the other station that's down that way? Folkestone.
Yeah, Folkestone.
Folkestone. Faversham is on the extension to Margate. Hopefully this 395 will move.
Are you ready for departure?
We are ready for departure. It should move. Any time now if you want to move.
Just give it a minute.
Come on. Oh, that's right, yeah. See what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go. You've got to push so many buttons in this thing. It's unbelievable. But yes, we are doing the shopper shuttle scenario today. We are going from London St Pancras International. Argue with me on this. The prettiest London terminus in London.
I would say Paddington's a good candidate.
That's because you're Great Western, you're biased, and remind me how Great Western did in the World Cup of Trains. You lost to LNER.
That's because I voted for LDR.
Traitor!
I knew they were going to go through anyway, so full well.
You are a Great Western man, and you voted for the LNER.
Yes.
That makes you the biggest traitor in the world. You understand that?
Yeah.
Mr. Brunel would come up from his grave, take his big top hat and whack you over the head with it several times.
Like slappy slap.
Slappity slap, yes, exactly. Ooh, that reminds me. What was that line again?
What?
Bitch slap, slappy slap. Was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Or was it stabby stab?
No.
So,
no, is it Think Fast, Slappy Slap?
Oh, Think Fast, slappy slap. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, Brian Lewis.
Brian Lewis, American Dad.
Think Fast, Slappy Slap.
Hang on, we've got to push more buttons here.
More buttons.
More buttons. Honestly, this thing comes with more buttons than the Swiss Army knife. Now, these are the tunnels between London's and Pancras International and
Stratford
International. You're going to be on the way to Ebbsfleet, you're going to be in a lot of tunnels.
Yeah, they decided to build it under tunnels.
Yes.
Which is how HS2 is going to be like a bit as well.
HS2 is going to be in tunnels as well,
certain
isn't it?
parts, yes.
I assume that, and for those that don't know, HS2, this is HS1, which they built in commemoration for the Olympics, to make it easier to get down to all the Olympic venues for London 2012.
Yeah, which was in Stratford.
They're building Highspeed 2. Fuck knows.
It actually opened in sections. The first one opened in 2003.
2003.
By the time when they do that,
you're out of battery. That's why. Yeah. So while he sorts his battery out, it opened, like I said, in sections. So 2003, the first section opened, which I assume went to... Well, it would have incorporated part of the Channel Tunnel, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but they were still going to Waterloo at the time.
Ah! So what was it? It was Waterloo to Ashford International?
Something like that, yeah.
And then 2007 is when the last three came in: Stratford, Ebbsfleet, and London St Pancras. Yeah, beforehand, if you wanted to go from England to Europe, you had to get to London Waterloo. And then it went all through the suburb, like
it went through the suburbs of London.
Dulwich, I think it went through.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the route out of Dulwich. What, Herne Hill? Tulse Hill?
I think it went through Herbs Hill, yeah.
Herne Hill, Tulse Hill, then down to Bromley.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you got to Bromley, swung a left to Orpington, and then somewhere near Orpington, it went, Seven Oaks?
I think it was something like that, yeah. I can't remember the route.
I can't remember. I can't remember, because Seven Oaks would take you down to Tonbridge, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It was a complicated... Actually, it would have been St Mary's Cray. St Mary's Cray sounds right.
So, Waterloo International left High Speed 1 at Southfleet Junction using a grade separated from the junction.
Okay.
Then it connected to join onto the Chatham Bay line at Falkham Junction.
Yeah.
With a flat crossing.
Okay.
So...
Falkham Junction, you may have to get... Falkham Junction's got to be somewhere near Dover.
There's Falkham Junction.
After Longfell.
Between Swansea and Rochester, I think, is that?
Rochester? He's having a look at his maps. We're pulling into Stratford International now. Stratford International, probably the most complicated subterranean / underground / overground station you are ever going to see.
It's got 4 platforms, but they only use 2 of them.
Yeah, they only use the 2 in the middle. You got 2 platforms on the outside, and then you got a fast line in the middle.
On both sides, but that's for the Eurostars when they go.
Mind you,
I have seen a Southie 395 use that fast line.
Have you?
Yes.
And where was it going?
I think it was an empty stock movement, but...
Oh, right, okay. So it was empty stock.
Or unless it was running late.
Oh, you're going to see me do a lot of running here, because there are some collectibles here at Stratford International. Unfortunately, though, a lot of collectibles you'll find in the tunnel section on HS, what you can't go up. That will take you to the Ebbsfleet Shopping Centre.
Yes.
Good shopping centre. If anyone never been to Stratford, go to the Westfield.
I've never been to the Westfield Shopping Centre.
I've been through the Westfield Shopping Centre. I've done it once. I went to use the McDonald's there. Or was it the Burger King? I can't remember which one. I had breakfast.
Nice to know.
It is. What was I doing that day? I'd done an overnighter. and that was my see, we're just running around like a headless chicken on strap. And I remember now we'd get there's a station map right there.
Yes.
They can. Are we gonna wait till 9:09:45? So we've got a minute.
Yes.
So
a minute to run around like a headless chicken.
absolutely, we can pass that javelin here. Now you don't see it in this scenario, but there is another skin for the javelin. There are 2 javelin skins here. That track up there will take you to I forget the name of the depot. Temple Hills. That sounds about right.
I think so.
That's where the
Temple Hills,
Eurostars come down. Temple Hills. Temple Hills Eurostar section. Oh, yes, that's what you got. Do you know what the collectibles are on this map, Simon?
Yeah, Temple Mills Eurostar
Temple
depot.
Mills Eurostar. Do you know what the collectibles are on this?
What are the collectibles?
So the collectibles are the route maps, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, everyone has collectibles for route maps except for one route. Can you tell me what that route is?
Got to be a freight route.
It is a freight route, yes.
Sandpatch Grade?
It is the Sandpatch Grade. Well done.
That was a guess.
That was a guess. Unfortunately, though, you don't get a trophy for doing all the collectibles on the Sandpatch Grade, so it's pointless doing it. So there you go. So yes, we're leaving Stratford International now. You'll see in front of us in about 300 yards. We can go at top speed of 143 miles an hour. Guess what that translates to in kilometres an hour?
230?
Yes, it does. You totally didn't have to look in the corner of the screen there to see that, did you?
I did actually.
You did actually, yes, you did. Next stop, Ebbsfleet International, and this is where we're going to turn around and then come back. That is the Shopper Shuttle. You do London, Stratford, Ebbsfleet, back to Stratford, back to London.
Is that actually a proper service?
No, it is not.
So why have they done that then?
This is my problem with the Southeastern Highspeed DLC. For what we paid for, and normally route DLCs come at about $19.99, $24.99 in that bracket.
Yeah.
That's UK British pound prices. American prices may vary.
We paid about $24.99.
We paid top whack $24.99, and for what you get, it's not worth the DLC. The 5 scenarios that you've got on there are in the green set 1 to 2 section, which is ranked easy. You do not get to do the full route on a DLC on one of the scenarios. The only way you do a full route is on the timetable, and I checked through the timetable. There is only one train in each direction that does it with the Javelin. All the rest go as far as, I think it was Rochester, Gravesend, Strood, in that area. But you only get one each direction that goes to Faversham.
So don't get me wrong, it's a good route, but it's a bit of a letdown.
It is a bit of a letdown. And the 375s, which are also on this route, they only do from Strood, I think it is, to Faversham. Which you can understand because they have to go to London Victoria.
So they put the 375s on just for
They've put the
short route?
75s on for basically nothing.
Well, why couldn't they put the Underground 378s on the Bakerloo line?
See, now there is the argument. Why couldn't you do that? Hopefully, because there is a DLC to come with this in the shape of the 465 networkers. Hopefully, we'll see a bit more. Hopefully, the scenarios there will be a lot harder. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hopefully. If not, then you've got to say that there you are. Top speed of a Javelin on the HS1 section, which is down to Ebbsfleet, 140 miles an hour. When we go past Ebbsfleet down to Gravesend and Faversham and Rochester, the top speed is 100. Now, can you tell me why? It's a really, really simple answer, but you won't even think about it.
Because it's on suburban lines?
No.
No?
No. The reason it can only go 100 miles an hour is because as soon as you get to Ebbsfleet, one of these buttons comes into play. Well, there you are. We can go dark in
to turn it to third rail.
to turn it to third rail. Here we're on the overheads. No
Yes.
problem.
Because they're dual voltage.
But when we get past Ebbsfleet, you're on the shoe.
Oh, so basically, you're on third rail from Ebbsfleet.
You're on third rail from Ebbsfleet International all the way down to Faversham. So there you go. We're out the tunnels now at Stratford. We're now flying along HS1. That bridge there is Dagenham Dock Station on the C2C main line, which is on the left of your fence as we speak. We'll soon be going over a crest, and when we go over the crest you'll see probably Rainham Station. I think it's called Rainham.
Yeah, Rainham.
Rainham.
On the way to Grays.
On the way to Grays, that's correct. I believe this is the curve now. And yes, this is the curve now. And then when we go over the crest, there goes another Javelin.
So the C2C line's on the left.
C2C line is now on the left. We go round this curve. Once we go over the crest of the curve, Rainham Station is over there. And here is that gradient right now. You don't see Rainham Station, but if anyone ever does go spotted on HS1, we highly recommend Rainham, because the bridge there has some cracking views.
That bridge.
That bridge right there has some absolute cracking views. What else was we going to say about HS1? Oh yeah, the Eurostars use this route. That's the only thing. You can't have the Eurostars. And I can understand why, because you can only go as far as Ebbsfleet.
Yeah.
If it had gone down to Ashford, then maybe we'll say give us the Eurostars.
Eurostars.
But only get to Ebbsfleet is well, it's not disappointing, but
They should have been added on as AI traffic.
I think so. And that will bring a lot of other questions in about AI traffic as well. You can see we're cruising at a speed of 230 kilometers an hour, which is 140 miles an hour. Actually, it's not quite 140. If my maths serves me correct, it's more closer to 150, which is still absolutely mega for a Javelin. You got the Japanese build some fast trains, don't they?
They do, yes.
I mean, the Italians, don't get me wrong, the Italians with the Pendolino gave it a go. But you look at all the Japanese stuff that's come out. The 395 Javelin, the Azuma, all capable. They've all been streamlined and have capability to do close to 140 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And the fastest a Pendolino can go is what, 125?
Yeah.
So much for Italian efficiency. And what about the Germans? Where do the Germans fit in? You know, the other Germans. Oh, look at this bridge. This is this bridge. This is the Dartford crossing here. So we're coming around the Dartford area. That bridge, if we ever get to see it outside on the way back up, is gorgeous. Hopefully, someone will stick in right about now a photo of what the artist illustration looked like. Oh yes, we need to put because we're coming up to the tunnels which approach Ebbsfleet International Station.
Oh yeah, the artist impression was actually good.
The artist impression was good, and then when we got to the artist impression, the route never looked anything like the artist impression. And that's another thing that people are not happy about.
Let down a bit.
A bit of a letdown, in all honesty. HS1, how many times have you been on HS1? I'm trying to remember all the times I've been on HS1. I think I've been on it.
Only one day, there to Ashford International, back from Ashford International.
That's one that we did. Me and you did down to Ashford. I think we had the whole day there.
I mean, it's nearly 10 years ago.
Gotta be 10 years ago, because we took advantage of a Southeastern sale, didn't we?
I think we did.
We did, yes. I think I've done Ashford again myself.
Well, on a technicality, I have been on it a few more times with Eurostar.
That's true, but if we're just counting Javelins,
Two, that's all I've been on.
Yes. Now, hopefully, we don't dick up this incline here, because this incline's a 1.7% incline. It is steep, folks. Keep an eye on any fuck-ups that might happen, because Simon will not let me live it down if I do any fuck-ups. Anyway, I will get to the breakdown. We're at 90-odd% braking capability, which is good. There we go. We swing on to the other side, and we're over speeding, but that's fine. We've got the brake on as well. And what is going on?
You stalled on the hill, have you?
Have we stalled on the hill here?
Have you stalled on the hill?
Oh god, I pressed the emergency brake, didn't I?
You stalled on the hill.
God, yep, we're going to the emergency brake here. Oh no, he's done it. He's gone and fucked up. Oh dear.
What have you done?
What have I done? I did the exact same thing I did the first time, and that's put the emergency brake on the steep incline. Any minute now, you're going to see me either roll backwards, or you're going to see me start hitting buttons here and start screaming, "Please work, you fucker!"
Which button to press?
Which button to press?
Just push every damn button.
Push every damn button, yes. I think what we'll start to see is a restart procedure in a second. Look at it. You can see him. He's pressing every type of button there is. Simon is finding this a bit comical right about now. It's right about now, he says...
Are you there yet?
Are you there yet? Look, you can see... Press that button there as well. Power handle... No, the power handle is not going. Shall we... this is getting embarrassing now. Shall we...
Shall we give it a good kick or hit it with a hammer?
Shall we cut out and wait till we get to the train station at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of boring math later.
Right, I think I've sorted it now. I think we have sorted it now. Let me see it. We put the reverser forward. The key is switched on. Press the button. That's reset. Power handle. Please go forwards.
Go back.
We are going backwards. That's rather embarrassing. Right.
Yes.
What have we not pressed? Let's press that button again. Go on, go forward. Please go forward.
There you go.
Yes! Get in! That totally didn't take me 20 minutes to figure out how to restart a Javelin from an emergency brake.
No, more like 3 minutes.
Yeah, took a fair bit of time there. Fair bit of time, but we finally got it up the hill. And finally...
Into the station.
Into a I nearly called that Faversham there.
Ebbsfleet International.
Ebbsfleet International. There's a route map. So yeah, I didn't mention so. The collectibles on this line are broken fences, newspaper stands. You got to put metros in the holders. Mm-hmm. Them signs there, you know, the ones, the hilarious ones. Stand well away from the platform edge. Where's that really funny one? Is it at Lancaster? There's a really funny one. Trains pass through a high speed, don't get blown off, or something like that. We gotta find that. We gotta stop before that red light.
Are you 12 coach or 6 coach?
6 coaches. Yes, they come in 6 coach formation, do the Javelins. Load the passengers. Now we've got to change ends and go to London, back to London's and Pancras. I promise you, folks, we will not fuck up this return. But you can see it's really fiddly. You got to press all kinds of buttons and whatnot. It's an absolute joke. Anyway, then you got to. You see what I mean? It's a good unit, but they are so complicated. Right. Can we go? Do we go through this way? Yeah, we'll go through this way. Oh yeah, 10 years of high speed. It opened in what, 2009 officially, HS1? 2009 I think it was.
2009, 2007, something like that.
Something like that. These Javelins are, well, we're in 2021 now, so these Javelins are 12 years old. We can't go down there. No. There you are, that's what we're going to do. We've got to put metros in there. Oh, there they are, the stand clear side as well. Nothing around that side. Sit in the driver's seat.
You can't do train spotting at Ebbsfleet, can you?
It's not impossible, but it is probable. I would say it's tougher than it looks. I think you've got to do it on the top level here. Because you then get
which platform does Eurostar use then?
Eurostar use the platforms underneath you. So you've got all the platforms underneath, which is served by the Eurostars and the services down to Canterbury, Margate, Dover and Folkestone.
Yeah.
Then you've got special platforms there that are designed to take the Eurostar 373s and 374s. And I believe they are the two outer platforms because... how late are we? We got 8 minutes to get to Stratford International. What do you think? What do you think? Go on, be honest.
Maybe doable. You just broke the speed limit.
If we broke the speed limit, it may be doable. And in a Javelin that does 140 miles an hour, I think it's entirely possible. So let's do it. Anyway, back to my diatribe. So the outer two platforms, I think, are for the Eurostars, but they are enclosed off. So if you got them, you'd have to be down at platform ends to get them. What else? And then, obviously, the top level is for the 395s. That bridge we just went over is where the 375s go through. They completely avoid Ebbsfleet International. They call it Gravesend, but they completely avoid Ebbsfleet International, which I think is a bit of a shame. Because I think a 375 could do with going to Ebbsfleet International. The only problem is, though, they can't go to St Pancras. Because why not? Because they're limited to 100.
Yeah.
You telling me 100?
Plus, it's only third rail with them.
Exactly, they're only third rail. If it was a 377/2 or 7,
Possible,
no problem.
But again, they won't have the speeds of 140.
Exactly. Which these Javelins tend to do. Also, these Javelins are the majority are named after Olympic athletes. We always have a joke every time, because there are some that are named after female athletes as well. We always have a joke whenever we travel on one. Oh, I just rode Rebecca Adlington, or I just rode who else has got a what's her name? Oh, what's her name? That's Rebecca Adlington's the swimmer. There's a cyclist. Oh, what's her name? Vicky Pendleton.
Yeah,
I think she's got a javelin named after her. What about the Paralympic swimmer? She's got one named after her. I forget what her name. Ellie Simmons or something like that. There's the Dartford crossing again, right in front of you. Simon's just looking up. Actually, was that I don't think that was the Dartford crossing. Actually, I do apologise.
should be. Here we go.
Here we go. So Dame Kelly Holmes has got one. Dame Tanny Gray Thompson, who is a Paralympic wheelchair athlete. Rebecca Adlington's the swimmer. Catherine Granger. Is she a swimmer or is she a fencer?
I'm just going to check in a second.
I'm going to check in the second. The only two that are not named after that. She's a rower. Is she a Paralympic rower or is she a regular rower? She is. Oh, let me have a look here. She's a rower. Olympic medals. No, she's not a Paralympian. She's a regular. The only two that are not named after Olympians are 395012 and 395013. 395013, I know for a fact, it's called Hornby Visitor Centre, and 395012 is the dedicated train bow. Now, what happens over here? We have a lot of Pride events. We have a lot of LB. I get these letters. Is it LBGTQ plus as well? There's plus as well, and then there's a couple of other letters as well there. And every year, the railway companies deck out one of their units with a Pride rainbow. And 395012. If we can get a photo of it, we'll stick it in right about now. We'll have the train bow on the side. It's not an overcomplicated design they put on there. I mean, we won't say which train company decided to deck a whole Pendolino out in a Pride livery, which looks
good. To be honest.
It's gorgeous. Let me assure you that is gorgeous. But some train companies like to keep it simple. As I know the Azuma hasn't got one yet. Southeastern, obviously we've got the trade bow.
Great Western Railway.
Great Western Railway Azumas have a trailer as we go past Raynham again.
GB Rail Freight's got one.
GB Rail Freight. Everyone got their own little deck out of what they do for gay pride events. So, do if you ever come over to the UK, do keep an eye out for them because they are very very popular with the enthusiasts. Back to who else we got. 39514 is Dina Asher Smith. I'm sure she is a runner. Is she a runner? Yes, she's a sprinter. Dame Sarah Story. Now I know she's a Paralympian. I believe she is a cyclist. Cyclist, yeah.
Swimmer.
Jess Ennis. I forgot Jess Ennis. She's a runner. Everyone loved riding Jess Ennis in the. I shouldn't say that. Ellie Simmons, the Paralympic swimmer. Vicky Pendleton, the cyclist. Hannah Cockcroft, who is a Paralympic wheelchair racer, and Laura Trott is a show jumper. No, track and road cyclist. That's it. So there's a lot of female. There's also male ones there as well. Mo Farah's got one. Ed Clancy, Alistair Brownlee, who's a now I know him. He's a pentathlete, or what's it called?
He was Steve Redgrave.
Yes, Sir Steve Redgrave, Chris Hoy, Seb Coe, Daley Thompson, Steve Backley. Ben Ainsley is a sailor. Duncan Goodhue's got one. Who remembers Duncan Goodhue? He's a swimmer. He was the bold swimmer, Simon. The really crew cut. Or no, was he the diver? No, he's a swimmer. Who's the diver I'm thinking of? There's a diver I'm thinking of. Remember?
Oh, not a sailor.
Yeah, Ben Ainsley's a sailor. Jamie Staff, I believe, is a. He's a rower as well, I think. Everyone knows who Mo Farah is. Well, look at this. We're talking about who. I'm trying to remember now. Who was the guy? You remember? This is going back years and years and years ago, Simon. There was a diver. He was on the high diver, and he cracked his head off the diving board.
No, I don't remember that.
No, I remember it because Martin used to watch it, and he used to get an absolute giggling fit out of it. Don't ask why. He found it funny, but he always, as a baby, he always found it funny when he cracked his head off the board. Because there were those pictures afterwards. The back of his head was literally blood. He was split wide open off. And if anyone has split the head off a diving board, you know exactly what I'm on about. I try to remember his name, but I can't. I don't know why. I thought it was Duncan Goodhue, but it's not. He is a swimmer. I'm trying to remember. Anyone else does remember who that guy is? Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments
down below. But like I said, I'm trying to remember how many times I've rode on H. I know I did a Javelin from Gravesend to London to Pancras. That's when I did us down to Rochester and Faversham, Gillingham.
I haven't ventured in that area yet.
Yeah, that's a pretty good area down that way. It's all changed down in that area now. Now with you got the Gavir Thameslink services down there, the 700s. What else? I'm pretty sure I did a stint at Ashford myself. Yes, I did, because I got Clan Line.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I know when we went down there, we got 380s being dragged up to Scotland.
Yes, we got the 380 drag. We may have done it twice, you know.
No, but the other time was at Kensington Olympia.
No, Ashford International.
No, I'm sure I did it once.
Alright. May have once or twice. And I have rode on 395s, but that was between... Where was it between? Ashford International and Margate. Because that was last year when I did the overnighter down to Canterbury and Margate for the buses. I had to change it. Did I change it? Yeah, I'm sure I changed it at Ashford for the 375.
I've filmed here a few times at Stratford International.
It's one of the weirdest stations to film at because You have to pay the 10p platform charge.
Yes.
It's the only platform, and you can. Hey, do not get me wrong. If you ever want an hour at Stratford International's train station, 10p is well worth.
Actually, it's not the only place because a couple of years ago I actually did get a platform ticket for Manchester Victoria.
Victoria as well. I didn't know that because Victoria nowadays is absolutely fine and dandy. Are we late? How late are we? Hey, I tell you what, we're not that late. We're not going to be leaving that late. I thought we'd be later than this, but we're not going to be leaving that late, which is good. We're just going to get to St Pancras now. Just give you another... Oh, I had the door open. Give you another...
Why there was a draft.
Yeah, there was a draft bit. Was it cold?
No.
No. Oh, you're not funny. What was I about to say there before I got interrupted by your draft? I can never remember what I was going to say, but...
We'll talk about
platform tickets. That's right. Yeah, 10p is well worth. You get to. It is for an hour though. Although if you extend it by a couple of minutes, they're not all. They're
all right.
But you can get, if you time it nicely, you can get a couple of Eurostars off of St Pancras
to Brussels.
Paris. I think you get
Netherlands.
Yes, you get Netherlands. Amsterdam. Go in the summer though, you'll get all the really primo Eurostars. You get the Eurostars that go down to Marseille, to Avignon, to Lyon. There's one that goes to Gare Lyon. Lyon Part Dieu, I think it's called. And you also get the one a train only, each direction. And it goes... So you can guess where it goes. It goes to...
It's not Disneyland.
It is. It's the Disneyland one, but it's not to Disneyland per se. It's called Marne on something. They don't call... Even though the destination boards will say Paris Disneyland, it will say Marne something or other on the real-time trains app.
Now, there was supposed to be something interesting that was supposed to happen, but it's
Yeah,
not happened.
I know exactly where you're going with this, because this would have been perfect for us if we'd ever gone with the Germans. There are still plans, but they're very tentative at the moment.
Because DB wanted to drive one of their trains into London.
They did.
They did. They
did. Was it one of the ice ones, or was it one of the
twos?
twos?
I think it was like one of the modern ones.
One of the twos or the threes. How long ago was that? That must have been about 4 or 5 years ago now.
It was a DB406.
DB406. That's not the diesel version, is it?
No.
Which one was the diesel version? So 10 years ago they announced plans. There it is, the first German ICE train into London St Pancras International.
2010.
2010. So, what is it now? 2021, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, look, I can see it there. It is one of the more Euro. There it is. It's 404 actually. Is it a 404? Because that looks to me like a 404. Because it says 4685.
Could be a class 404.
And do they still... That must be an ICE 2 then. That's got to be an ICE 2. Where did it come from? It said there on the side. I'm trying to think where it... that said London St Pancras, Simon.
Hang on.
He's having a look...
I'm having a really proper look.
While we're on the approach to London St Pancras International itself, he's having a good look here. We will... tell you can get this is the international
ICE3.
ICE3. So that'll be what we see in a couple of weeks' time with the Munich to Augsburg routes that we're going to be doing.
Then they brought in also a TGV to St Pancras as well.
A TGV as well? When did that happen?
21st of March 2012.
Crikey.
An SNCF TGV La Postie.
Oh, I remember La Poste. Yeah, I remember.
A TGV's also entered.
Yeah. Regular services proposed in 2028 with a new terminal planned near Barking.
Don't think that's going to happen though.
No, I don't think they'd be barking mad to try that turn. But no, it would have been helpful because that came from. Where did that come from? Oh, it divided. Oh, I see what they did. It was a Frankfurt train.
Yeah.
It was a Frankfurt. I see what this. Oh, I see what they would have done. They would have done an ice from Amsterdam, an ice from Frankfurt, get them to Brussels, join up, straight down into London St Pancras. That would have been, yes, it would have, London to Frankfurt, 5 hours. 2020 it should have happened, but that would have been useful, especially...
but there is plans to use Stratford International to terminate them there sometime.
Maybe. It could happen. Anyway, on the approaches to platforms, what is it, 13, 12 and 11? 13, 12, 11 and 10 at...
You're going to platform 12.
Going into platform 12. How do we know we're going into platform 12?
Because you just passed a yellow light saying 12.
Oh, thank you very much. That's useful to know. On your right, you will see the East Midlands terminus. Change here for East Midlands Railway Services to... now, ready for this? I've been practising this. Luton, Bedford, Kettering, Wellingborough. Actually, it should be Wellingborough, then Kettering. Trains then go to Corby. You've also got Market Harborough, Leicester, Loughborough, Nottingham. Trains split there again to go to Derby, Chesterfield and Sheffield. Also, you can get to East Midlands Airport as well, even though the train station is nowhere near East Midlands Airport.
Like,
is it called East Midlands Airport?
East Midlands Parkway.
East Midlands Parkway, that's it, sorry.
Like St Pancras International, well, it was opened as London St Pancras on the 1st of October 1868. Terminus for the Midland Railway.
The Midland Railway, so we're talking all the, like the Midland Compound locos and the LMS and...
Well, they ended up being into the LMS region.
Have we stopped this perfectly here, sir?
There was also plans for this to be closed and divert extra services to King's Cross, but...
Yeah, King's Cross nowadays would never cope with it. You can also get Gavia Thameslink services here. You've got to go underground for them. And here's a strange fact as well. Do you know that you go over to the East Midlands side, this is London St Pancras. You come to the Javelins or the Thameslink, it is St Pancras International. You could argue the toss with them all you like. Nope, it is St Pancras International. But you go to East Midlands, no, we're going to London St Pancras.
It is a lovely station, I will admit.
And the Eurostar's just complicated it even more. London St Pancras International. It's like, what the fuck? Make your mind up! It's called St Pancras! Just call it St Pancras and be fucking done with it.
Yes.
Speaking of be fucking done with it.
Sometimes, though, you can get the Thameslink services to go to the East Midlands railway platforms.
Not anymore.
Used to.
Used to when it was the 319s, but not anymore.
I think rarely it does happen if engineering
No,
works.
no. The 700s go down to Victoria now if they divert. Anyway, we're done.
We are done indeed.
We are done. It's taken a lot longer than it should have done. Gold medal as per...
How you got a gold medal when you messed it up at Ebbsfleet?
Well, that we can diverge on the next route. What do you want to do next week? Do you want to go up north?
Yeah, we'll go a bit up north.
We'll go up north.
Go up north.
Exactly. 25 likes on the video, guys. Get subscribed for more arguing between me and him on how to start a Javelin. Maybe how to start other locos as well. Any last words quickly?
Just push the damn buttons.
Yes, push the buttons. See you next week.